Hi everyone. I recently had some friends over, and these friends have been through some really radical changes and transformations in their life. And I knew these people and had a lot of respect for them, and I recently got to know them even better. And one of the things that really stood out to me is how much of their lives have actually transformed, whether they're aware of it or not. And I wanted to share this idea and concept with you, in that why change can actually be a not so good thing and can actually be a bad thing. When we say to people that we're going to change or we're going to create something in our life and that requires some change, I believe that we're setting ourselves up for failure, simply because the act of changing has a temporary tone to it. It says, I'm going to do X, Y, or Z for a certain amount of time or until something happens, and then I'm actually going to go back to what I was doing previously to that. Change is actually short term, and change is something that most people tend to resist. Now, transformation, on the other hand, is actually taking change, completely transforming who you are from the inside and creating long-lasting differences in your life. So there's a palpable difference between creating a change and creating a transformation. So how do we navigate and go about doing that? The first thing I tell you is we have this idea of discovering ourselves. Now let's talk about the word discover. Discover means to stop covering up. Discover. So if you think about the world that you live in, your world outside of you is nothing more than a reflection of where you are within yourself. So if you look at where you are and you look around, you're not super pleased or happy with what you see, that's essentially where you're resonating within yourself. And truly, to change our outer world, we have to change our inner world. And I believe that we're all gifted, amazing, abundant human beings. And because we're that, all we have to do is stop covering up the essence and the powerful people that we actually are, to allow your light to shine. So how do we stop covering up? To stop covering up is making a tangible choice to really be committed to transformation. What are some of the ways that you can do that? Well, if you're like a pessimistic person, how about saying something for the positivity of what it is? How about throwing some compliments out there? How about telling a loved one how special they are? To make a commitment to actually transform the way that you look at yourselves. If you drive to work or walk to work or bike to work a certain way, how about going a different way and looking at what's around you and seeing the surroundings and taking that in? See, when you start doing things differently, and preceding that, you make a commitment to actually transform a certain area of your life, you're setting yourself up for long-term change. And some of the transformations of people that I know have been like from moving from one city to another city and potentially offending some people who think that they're not making the best decisions, but they know to fully shine their light and live the life that they want to have, they had to make a radical transformation. And that actually they had to get up and go and do something completely different in a brand new city and take the time to figure out who they were and how they wanted to live their life. That's the difference between creating small, short-term changes and creating long-term transformations that'll actually pay huge dividends down the road, because you're essentially taking the cork off the bottle and allowing yourself to fully shine, because you're going through the process of discovery and allowing your outer world to be a better reflection of your inner world and letting your light and your power shine. Hope this video makes sense for all of you. If you have any questions or concerns, please post it below. I'm happy to answer some questions in future vlogs. Have a beautiful week, my friends, and we'll chat soon.